If you're looking for quick and easy ways to add color and tons of shine to your cards, then you need to see the latest colors of Simon Hurley for Ranger Lunar Paste. Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca Keppel, and in today's video I'll be using 4 of the new colors of Simon Hurley's Lunar Paste. I'll be mixing those in with some of his latest release. I'll be sharing some new techniques, including one suggested by Heather, our crafty friend here. But first, let's swatch out these new colors and compare them to the colors that already exist in the line. For those of you who've seen my prior Lunar Paste videos, you know I like to swatch out the colors on white cardstock and black cardstock. I also like to do a swipe of color with a palette knife and then a blend of color with a foam blender. This is the new color Rosy Cheeks. You can see it has a nice pinkish feel to an almost red. So if you look at these on white cardstock versus black cardstock or dark cardstock, there's definitely a difference. They look great on any type of cardstock, but they really pop off the back when you try them on black. And that's why I like to do both. Actually, in this video, I'm not working on black cardstock at all. So you'll see me in other videos where I do take advantage of the effect that happens when you use them on black, but I don't in today's video. Next up is Guppy. It is a really bright and almost light orange. I really love this color. It is going to fit in so nicely with the other oranges that already exist, and I promise to show you that range after we swatch them out. This new blue is called No Diving, and if you have Simon Hurley inks already, you'll be familiar with some of these names. These are the Lunar Paste versions of those colors. So again, it is a gorgeous blue, and just like the orange, it fits in perfectly between the blues that already exist. This is Crown Me, and for purple lovers, I think this might be your favorite because check out this gorgeous new purple. The last purple that was released was more of a berry color. This is definitely a true purple. So let's take a look at the colors that already exist. You can see that Rosy Cheeks is definitely lighter than Game Over, and it's also lighter than Bee Sting. The other thing is it is definitely lighter than Prom Queen as far as a pink, but it is more of a red. Here's Traffic Cone compared to Guppy. Again, Traffic Cone is a much deeper orange, and so is Roar, whereas Guppy is that much lighter color. It really does look like a goldfish color. Okay, now for the blues, let's take a look at Clear Skies versus No Diving. No Diving is darker than Clear Skies. It's a medium blue compared to the light blue of Clear Skies, and lighter than the Midnight Snack, which is that darker blue. So it is the perfect companion to those two colors. If you love blues, definitely add this one to your stash. And then, as I mentioned before, Triple Berry was more of that berry looking purple or a pinkish purple, whereas this is more of a true or darker blue purple, and it obviously then complements the purple that already exists and is great to add to the line to make that complete rainbow. Now let's jump into some fun Lunar Paste techniques. For this first technique, we're going to do what I'm going to call Lunar Paste Pouncing, which is basically using a foam blender to pounce the color on the cardstock over a stencil. I'm using the new Deco Diamonds 6x6 stencil here, and you can see that I'm using some cardstock to mask off the part of the stencil that is on the right hand side of this portion of the image. So there are straight lines that go down the stencil, and I'm going to have each of those be a different color or another color alternating. So I'm going to once again use the cardstock to mask off the right hand side, then I'm going to flip it to the left and mask off the left hand side. And instead of blending, I am literally pouncing the foam blender onto the cardstock, and that gives it this almost sponge painted look to it, which is totally different than if you did an ink blending or if you used a palette knife to apply over a stencil. So just come up with different ways to apply this medium because you will never be disappointed. It will always add tons of color and shine to your project. And once you peel off the stencil, it reveals the Crown Me and No Diving Lunar Paste sponge painted over that Deco Diamond stencil. This stencil is called Geo Circles, and it's a 2-layering stencil. So you can use those together to create an image, and I'll do that in another video. But for now, I'm going to use one of the stencils and some lunar paste over some acetate. Now, Heather and I had commented back and forth about using lunar paste on acetate in a more subtle way to create the look of glass. But for this one, I could not help myself. I applied the lunar paste in a thick application over the stencil, and I'm going to use this as a shaker window. Next up, I have used lunar paste before to create metallic cardstock, and this is very easy to do. You can use any kind of blender or brush to apply the lunar paste to the cardstock, and I like to start with colorful cardstock as the base. It makes it a lot easier to cover up. There are no white spaces where you don't blend perfectly, and you use less of that lunar paste, and it adds that beautiful metallic shine. I used Rosy Cheeks on 2 different colors of pink cardstock. I used Guppy on an orange, No Diving on a blue, and Crown Me on a purple to create a ton of different metallic backgrounds. I've shared this before, but you can stamp and heat emboss on top of those metallic cardstock backgrounds that you create with lunar paste. Wanted to share with you the new peel apart background stamp. It's called Darling Dahlias, and you can actually peel out some of the flowers and other images in the stamp, but I'm definitely for this one just going to use it as a full image. Make sure you treat that cardstock completely with anti-static powder tool and use lots of pressure to get the image perfectly stamped with Versamark ink. This is the Hero Arts Glitter Gold Embossing Powder. It is such a pretty embossing powder. It has both gold metallic that melts and a glitter that adds to it. So it just looks amazing on top of the shiny metallic background that we created with the Rosy Cheeks. Another way to use those metallic cardstock backgrounds that you create with lunar paste is to stencil on top of them. This stencil is the 6x6 Warped Circles stencil. It is also new in the Simon Hurley release, and I am using a combination of No Diving, Blue Skies, Midnight Snack, and Crown Me. I also have the Simon Hurley palette knife and the lunar paste scraper, so you can easily drag that lunar paste from little piles on the left-hand side across the stencils to create a multicolor shine over that shiny background. You can also die cut those metallic cardstocks. I have here the coordinating dies for the Darling Dahlias stamp. You can see that they are 2 layering dies, so I cut out a background of the flower out of the Guppy cardstock, and then I cut the background and the detail die out of the Rosy Cheeks cardstock. Now that we have a bunch of shiny pieces, let's use those to make some cards. For this first card, I want to have the background to my shaker be in 2 different colors. So I just adhere a little bit of white cardstock to a pink A2 piece of cardstock. I have a frame that is just a piece of A2 pink cardstock with a die cut rectangle out of it, and I adhere that down to the acetate with the lunar paste. Then pour shaker goodies right in the center of the background that we created with the 2-tone of cardstocks. Finally, just add a few pieces of foam tape right around the rectangle that is open. So you won't see the foam tape behind the window, and it will be hidden behind the frame. I'm only going to do 1 layer of foam tape this time because I don't think those shaker goodies are too thick, and I want them to really be full behind this window, so it really just looks like a whole bunch of sparkle behind that acetate with the lunar paste on it. You can add those flowers that we created with 2 different colors of lunar paste cardstock, and then there are some great sentiments in the new Simon Hurley stamp set, Framed Florals. So just take one of those and stamp and heat emboss it with white embossing powder on some vellum. And you can see how well that sentiment will stand out once it's heat set on that vellum background. then you can just cut that into a sentiment strip, add a little bit of tape runner right behind the letters, and add it to the card so that the vellum doesn't really take away too much from the shine of the lunar paste or the sparkles in the shaker. For this card, I wanted to mat the heat embossed dahlias on top of the Rosy Cheeks background on some gold glitter cardstock. I don't want to use the whole piece, so I cut a rectangle out of the center and just adhered it down to some white cardstock. Then I put tape runner in the center and a little bit of liquid glue around the side because cardstock doesn't really adhere down to glitter cardstock very easily unless you use strong liquid glue. Here's another sentiment from the framed Florals stamp set. It says, "You make the world a better place." They're just really sweet, heartfelt sentiments in that set. So stamp and heat emboss that, this time on some darker pink cardstock that coordinates well with the metallic cardstock we created with the Rosy Cheeks, and then heat emboss that again with that white embossing powder. It really pops. Place a little foam tape behind it and pop it up in the center. You do not need much more than that. You could add some little sequins, but I don't think you need them for this card. For the next card, I am going to trim down the sponge painted stenciling of those deco diamonds and add some stamping from the new Spring Chicken stamp set. There are also dies that the collaboration between Spellbinders, Ranger, and Simon Hurley allow us to die cut all those images out. So I have the little piece of deco diamonds on the left-hand side. Then I'm able to stamp the sentiment, which comes from that Spring Chicken stamp set. It says, "You're one cool chick." And then just pop up those two chickens. I stamped one in No Diving and one in Clear Skies. So they go along really well with the blue and the purple lunar paste. This is just a fun and unique looking card. Really love those purples and blues, so let's make another card with similar color combination, although this time I'm going for a more elegant look. I'm using the framed Florals, which is a new stamp set from Simon Hurley for Ranger, and I've stamped it and I'm heat embossing it on some vellum. So I have the Hero Arts Silver Sparkle embossing powder, and when you heat set that, again, you have the melted silver and you also have a little bit of glitter in there. Love having those dies to be able to cut that out. And as for the sentiments, they're all pretty easy to cut out into little strips or rectangles. One tip I've mentioned before is if you have a warped card panel and you want to straighten it out, if you apply a bunch of tape runner behind it and then apply it to flat cardstock, it will usually straighten out really nicely. Again, this is the Inked Blooms stamp set that has the sentiment "I'm here for you" and that beautiful floral. For this card, I'm going to use the rectangle that we cut out of the glitter cardstock previously, and I'm going to place it in the center of an A2 piece of white cardstock. And the reason I know it's in the center is because I'm using a frame that I also cut out and of the same rectangle. This time I'm going to apply that frame behind the lunar paste with the acetate. So normally I would apply it on the top and you would see the frame really clearly. This time I wanted to see what it would look like to have the acetate window and the frame covered with that lunar paste, and I think it kind of looks cool. It's just a different look. Once again, the easiest way to make a shaker is to apply foam tape around that frame, pour your shaker goodies in the center of the base, and then pop that window on top and press down to trap the shaker goodies inside that foam tape rectangle. I've stamped and heat embossed another image from the Ink Blooms stamp set, a beautiful bouquet of flowers. I'm going to cut it out with the coordinating dies and then add a little bit of tape runner behind it. You can see I stamped and heat embossed on vellum with that gold glitter embossing powder. I also stamped and heat embossed a small sentiment that says "Sending Love," and I just cut that into a rectangle and adhered both on top of that shaker. It just adds tons of glitter and shine to that already beautiful window with the Rosy Cheeks on acetate. I am a huge fan of Simon Hurley's Lunar Paste. I love how easy it is to use, how you can use it in so many different ways, and how it really adds a ton of shine to cards. I love it so much that I have an entire playlist of videos sharing different ways to use the different colors of Lunar Paste, and I'll link to that here. As always, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and spending time with me today. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon. Well, that's not gonna work. Then then what? Then what? First the dogs, then the teenager. Thank goodness.